One of the most important things to establish before we begin to stretch is stability of the deep core muscles. So what we're going to look at here is a stretch for the hip flexors, but it's absolutely essential that you've developed some strength and stability through that muscle before we try to ask more for the range of the muscle. So let's have a look at a hip flexor stretch. So beginning with one knee on the floor, I've got a cushion because this can be quite tough on the knees, so grab a cushion if you need one. I'm going to plant this right foot forward and start to lunge into the stretch, aiming to keep my upper body upright, lunging forward until I feel a stretch at the front of the hip here. You may feel it begin to pull in your lower back if your psoas is tight. If that's the case, just use that as your point to stop. We don't want any pain. We want a mild to medium stretch, and we're going to hold that there. So take a few deep breaths. Try to get your body to relax and focus in on some of the muscles around that joint. Try to switch them off. They might tense up to guard and protect, but we don't need that right now because we're in control. Holding that position, no more than a 6 out of 10 on the perceived pain scale, should not be painful. And after about 20 to 30 seconds, you can take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, just start to lunge a bit further forward. And what you should find, even if that 6 didn't begin to decrease to a 5 or a 4, you can push that stretch further forward until you start to push beyond the 6. So for me, that's about there. And there's some good progress there. I've taken it quite slowly. I'm going to hold that position again, repeating those cues from before. Deep breaths, trying to get all these muscles around here just to relax. Holding that position. And when we're ready, after 20 to 30 seconds, deep breath in. Breathing out. Aim to lunge a bit further forward into the movement. You will eventually reach a point where you can't safely and pain-free get beyond that range. That's absolutely fine. Just hold that there. We're going to hold that final position for another 30 seconds. And then when we're finished, it's important not to spring back out of this stretch. So slowly pushing yourself back to the start position to finish.